Good morning, everyone. This is Dan with Senior E-Bike Nation. Hey, we are going to ride the Aniioki. I haven't been able to ride almost 2 weeks now. My wife is in the hospital, but she's doing much better now, so we're home. But anyway, I just wanted to show you what we're going to ride today, and we're just going to do a short ride today. I just want to do a kind of review on how it handles, the comfort of the bike, and the shifting and all that. So, yeah, I'll see you guys on the trail. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dan with Senior E-Bike Nation. Good afternoon. How are you? I want to thank you guys for watching my channel. Today we're doing day number 2 of our 100-mile range test on the Aniioki AQ177. I did 31.5 miles yesterday, and I still had 80% of my battery left. So today we're going to do another 32 miles, and let's see where it takes us. Beautiful afternoon. As I mentioned on yesterday's video, I only riding in pedal assist 3 and no throttle. Unless I'm going across an intersection, I may bump it just a little, but for the most part I'm using pedal assist only, pedal assist 3. And as of like yesterday, I will not be recharging the battery when I get home, obviously. So I can do the final 100 or the final 30 some miles tomorrow to reach our 100 mile. And then we'll see what the battery's got left. Again, so far, the battery has not even dropped 1 bar, but I suspect the 2 here for too long, because I've used 20% of the battery, so I'm expecting it to drop at least 1 bar here before too long. I'm taking the same exact trail today that I did yesterday. That way I can have consistency in the terrain. But yeah, again, I'm reviewing the Aniioki. They say that this bike will do 100 miles on throttle only. So I decided to do pedal assist first. And they said 100 to 200 miles on a full battery. Again, that depends on a lot of factors like weight of the rider, cargo you're carrying, terrain that you're riding on, wind resistance. There's several factors that play into that. But I was very surprised to see I got almost 32 miles yesterday on 20% of the battery. I was really surprised to see that. I figured I would run at least 30% of the battery out, but I did not. Yeah, it's afternoon, about mid-afternoon. I'm out about 2:30, and I'm figuring it's going to take me about 2 hours to do what I'm doing, or a little less than 2 hours. But yeah, even getting across the intersection, this thing has got plenty of torque on that throttle. Starting to see a lot more leaves on the trail now. Fall is here. Today is officially fall. We had a viewing and a funeral we had to go to this morning, so I wanted to get out this afternoon to do segment number 2 of this 100-mile ride. I really didn't want to do a 100-mile ride on one trip because I'm 71 years old and that's a little difficult for me to do. I mean, I'm not saying I couldn't do it. I probably could. But I didn't want to take up all day as well with family commitments and taking care of my wife and all that too. So I decided to break it up into 3 segments. So I'll be pretty interested to see what the battery is after 64 miles, 65 miles today. One good thing, I can go into the information section and it'll tell me how many volts that I have left. Today I had like 51.5 volts still left, 51.3, and that was still 80% of my battery, or just a little less. So that's really good that I can convert that on a chart so I see where I'm at. Yeah, I'm going to try to purchase a sticker you can get on Amazon to where I can break down voltage to percentage. But I pretty much know what voltage is as far as where it's at. I know about how much battery. I figured I had 75% of the battery left at 51.3, and I was just about dead on this 48 volt battery. Now remember, is the difference between 48 and 52 volt batteries, them percentages, so keep that in mind when you go to download a chart to see where you're at. Bought me another coffee cup. The other one kept leaking so much, my Yeti. I bounced it off the trails too many times, I guess. But this one I got a Coleman. Oh, I'm sorry, not a Coleman, a Stanley. And I love drinking coffee, so this one pretty much ain't gonna spill. Yeah, I'll kind of see when the bar finally drops down. I'm still up to full charge according to this, but I know it's lower. But I'll let you know how many miles I'm at once I do that. When I drop a bar, take yesterday's mileage and add it to today's. Poor Caleb's been in repair modes on his bikes lately. He had a big nail go through his tire on a ride, so he had to walk the bike home like 3.5 miles. I said, why don't you call me? I come pick you up in my truck, but he said I needed the exercise anyway. So I said, yeah. It took him about an hour to walk it, but he did it. forgot to turn my Strava app on again, so got to do that again. I'm even having a hard time doing that before I take off on these bike rides. So my bike app is definitely going to be more accurate than my Strava app today, since I'm 2.7 miles in already. On your left. I got both cameras going today. I got my chest mount and my helmet mount both going, so you can guys get a different perspective of the ride. I know a lot of people like the helmet mount because they can watch when I'm turning my head and stuff, and they can see what I'm seeing. And some people want to see the handlebars and see the tripometer and speed and all that. So there's a couple different ways for everybody. See what kind of video they like watching. But we're getting definitely cooler days now, which makes it much more comfortable to get out and ride. We'll probably go ahead and stop the video up here. It'll be segment number 1. Up at the intersection up here, and then I'll start a new one over. That way you're not getting bored with an hour ride. You can watch some smaller segments of the videos. But I found on pedal assist 3 seems to be the most comfortable. I'm not ghost pedaling, but I'm awful close. So I got to figure out on this Aniioki how to drop those speeds back on my pedal assist levels. I have not had time to do that yet. They'll be stopping the video right up here. So anyway, share, like, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification, and I will see you guys on the next video. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dan again with Senior E-Bike Nation. This is the last segment of our ride. I still have 50%. I'm sorry, I still have 50 volts left on my 48 volt battery. I'm thinking that's right at 60 to 65% of my battery is still left. And I've come about 44 miles so far. I believe on a 48 volt battery, when it's fully charged, you're at about 55.6%, I believe it is. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. and I'm down to 50, so that calculates out to about 60% of the battery, maybe 65 left. But as of now, I still do not have any bars come down on my bike meter at all. It's still full. And I've come right at about 45 miles so far. I really expected the bars to drop by now, but it has not. Maybe somebody out there owns one of these Aniokis, 48 volt, 60 amp hour batteries, can tell me when does that percentage bar start dropping on the bike. That's a question I may ask on the Aniioki Facebook page as well. No helmet again. I just don't quite understand people. I guess it's their choice if they want to crush their head or not. But I highly recommend anybody to wear a bike helmet at all times when you're on a bike. I don't care if you're doing 5 mile an hour or 40 mile an hour. But yeah, this bike is definitely built for distance. The more I ride this thing, I could see very easily somebody getting a 100-mile range on using pedal assist without a problem. But with throttle only that they advertise 100 miles, you would have to have perfect conditions, I think. And definitely a lighter rider than me, like 160 pounds. I could see possibly doing that on throttle only. But remember, I'm in pedal assist 3. On the whole 100 miles I'm doing, I'm going to be on pedal assist 3. And just coming across little roads and intersections, I'll just throttle just a little bit. But other than that, I'm not using the throttle at all. We got these racers got their trucks lined up here to go in there and do some testing this afternoon probably. Haven't got the gates open, but they will. This being Thursday, this is when they usually do a lot of testing Thursday afternoon and a little bit on Friday, and they race on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at that point. very happy with my subscriber count. I'm up to about 5,000 now. Getting a lot more views on my videos. I'm liking that. Riding right into the wind today, so that could be a little bit of my speed dropping down in pedal assist 3 to 18 instead of 19 I had yesterday, and a little bit of battery degradation may do that as well. I fully expect time I get back today after this ride, that'll give me about 64 to 65 miles. I fully expect to be down to about 50% of my battery. So we'll see how it all plays out once I get back. These are very nice trails I'm on here. I think Ohio's got some of the best bike trails in the nation, from what they say we do. I know we have more bike trails and mileage in Ohio than we have anywhere in the nation. Almost all of these bike trails are converted rail trails. Yeah, what I like about this section of the trail, you got all this canopy of these trees, and I'll tell you, it keeps it much cooler. I got out just a little bit earlier today than I did yesterday. I didn't get on my ride yesterday almost 4:30. So I got a later start yesterday than I did today. Yeah, we got about another 2.5 miles to go. Be to our halfway point, and that's when I'll jump off the bike and we'll talk about it a little bit. Let you know where the voltage is and everything on the bike. I was at 50, so I expect to be about 49, 48. This gentleman right here walks about 30 miles a day, every day. How you doing? We call him the walking man. I think it's right at 28 miles a day he told me that he walks. Every day. He's got to be in his mid-70s. Hats off to him. And I'm sure he does that for retirement, but what a way to retire. That's the way to do it. Stay active. I tell my seniors out there. Of course, my channel dynamics are changing to much younger for some reason. I don't know if that's because of Caleb, but my viewers are starting to get a lot younger.